Good morning, one and all. I'm making this short video this morning as a response to the doomers and the gloomers out there all over YouTube, Facebook, social media, who are completely obsessed with the way the planet is going and our complicity in that, and how the human race is doomed, and how we should prepare for the end times. Whew. What a bundle of joy. Now, I'm not going to get into any debates about how the planet is going, because I think the planet, Mother Earth, my little bit of Mother Earth, where I have tended her and brought her back into good health, is going very well and doing very well. And I think it's possible to bring Mother Earth back into good health, but there is not the will amongst the human race to do that, because of one little letter. It's a letter that's causing this problem, you know. One little letter of the alphabet, and that letter is G. And you take out that G and you replace it with C, and you have the solution. You know what that letter is? G in the word ego. The human race have individually and collectively a massive, massive ego. And that ego dictates to them that the planet cannot survive without the human race. The planet is fine. Mother Earth is doing very well. Listen to the birds, listen to the bees here. After 13 years, it's completely restored, albeit with a little bit of help from me. But in terms of, if I wasn't here and if none of us were here, she would return to this. I am completely and utterly convinced of that. And when it comes to nuclear meltdowns and everything else, look over at Chernobyl. We really need to replace that G with a C. So go from ego to eco. Eco. And try to live a life which is as eco-friendly as possible. And when I say eco-friendly, I mean earth-friendly. Earth-friendly. That is respecting Mother Earth, respecting all the creatures on Mother Earth, doing whatever you can for her, trying to power down a little bit, trying to make sure that you consume less, share more. Just try to live a better life, a good life. It's no big deal, it's easily done. I know I'm making it all sound very simplistic, but you know, there is something very simplistic in living a simple life. And, well, I've just got sick of the doomers and the gloomers, because they all talk with such arrogance and hubris and think that they're completely knowledgeable about, you know, the future. None of us know what the future is going to bring, but we all are very aware of the present. And the present means living as good a life as you can. You know, we talk about sustainability. We all get these keywords and buzzwords and I'm sustainable, you're sustainable, we're all very sustainable, we buy sustainable food and sustainable goods. It's not about sustainability, because sustainability just means keeping the status quo going, and the status quo is never good enough in terms of how we live with Mother Earth. It's got to be about regenerative living, and to live in a regenerative way, it means leaving behind more than, well, ostensibly it means leaving behind more than what you've taken away. But that's almost impossible for the way that we live in the Western world. But you know, we can have a really good go at that, a really good try. And planting trees and helping to facilitate in whatever small way we can all of the life on this beautiful planet. all of it. And just trying as hard as we can to evolve, because we've been stuck at this point for so long, all the way through Western industrial civilization. So for about the past couple of 100 years, we have been stuck in this loop of wanting more, of having more consumer durables, of having more money, of having more in life, and having no conscience about taking and extracting from Mother Earth. And I call that the extractive mentality. And when we begin to come away from that extractive mentality, our lives actually become more abundant. And yes, there is a lot of magic involved, because the magic of living with Mother Earth is incredible. And I would challenge anyone just to start adopting that more simplistic approach. You know, I've said before, you don't have to have land, you don't have to have a place in the country to do it. I lived for 30 odd years in London, and before that I lived with my 8 brothers and sisters in a 2 up, 2 down little terraced house in the heart of Omagh in County Tyrone, Northern Ireland, with no bathroom, outside toilet, you know, really extreme poverty. Extreme poverty. But that didn't stop all of us, and my mother in particular. Well, actually, both my parents were very frugal, had to be very frugal, in order to ensure that we were all looked after and cared for and fed properly. So I suppose I learned a long time ago how to live a frugal life. I look around me today and I see frugality being admonished. It's like it's something that people don't even want to kind of think about. For example, when I was growing up and when I first moved from university into the workforce, people didn't buy a television. There was no such thing as buying a television. You rented a television. You rented a washing machine. And when tumble dryers were invented, you rented a tumble dryer. Fast forward 40 years, fast forward say 35 years, and you have a situation where people are just going out and buying the latest TV. Not a TV, but the latest TV, or the latest washing machine, or the latest tumble dryer. And it's that mindset that we just have to come away from. If we are going to exist as a species with this beautiful earth, then we have to come away from the mindset that is ostensibly an extractive mindset, extracting more and more and more from Mother Earth. We come away from that, we lose that. That is a state of being. It's not about living in a particular place. It is a state of living within oneself and having those attitudes, cultivating those attitudes. Like, for example, for me, it's a great act of humility, absolute humility, to empty the compost toilets each morning. Now, I have a little compost toilet bin, a compost toilet which operates on a bin system in my bathroom, and I have another one in the little shed outside, just to the left of where Jack is standing at the moment. Well, it's an act of humility to empty those into the big composting bins, especially for that, each morning. And I do that with love and respect for Mother Earth. And so that is a mindset. But there are so many different mindsets that one can adopt depending on where one lives, which just allows us to begin to embrace a deep and meaningful respect for Mother Earth. That's all. That's where we start. That's where we draw the line in the sand, and that's where we make a stand. Where we begin to change our mindset, our outlook, our way of looking at, interacting and living with Mother Earth. And you know, as for the Doomsday prophets, you're all going to die. You're all going to die. Me? I'm going to die too. Jack? He's going to die. So we're all on a doomsday agenda, if that's what you want to, if that's the route you want to go down. But I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to waste one iota of my energy talking doomsday. I'm not going to waste one iota of my energy thinking even I have the arrogance or hubris to predict the future, to say when this planet is, and can I use the word that's been used on the net at the moment? Fucked. So many aggressive words being used in describing the state of our being here with Mother Earth. I just think it's time to drop the arrogance, drop all that bravado and you know, name calling and it's your fault, it's their fault, it's partly my fault. You know, forget all that. That's a total waste of energy. That's going nowhere. Change your mindset. Live more joyfully in harmony with Mother Earth. Try to harmonise your life. That's all. Now, I think I'll get back to my coffee. Have a lovely day. By the way, today's Friday, so have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. And I'm going to read a wee bit more of my book and put it up on the website. Bye everyone, and blessings.